Alright. We got top 10 most anticipated summer 2023 anime.
Season that's on pace to meet all
Yeah, I'm a little bit late, but
expectations.
I love the anime, bro. I watched the
Shows
manga,
like Oshinoko knocking it out of the
but I
park.
need to see it animated though.
Only get better here on out. So now's a better time than any to start looking ahead into the summer season. A famed season of blockbusters. What does summer have in store for us in the
What
world
you
of
got for
anime?
me? I thought the
Come join
zombie
me as we take
anime.
a tour of what the coming season has to offer and
Bleach.
check out the most anticipated amongst the upcoming summer anime. We start off with what seems like a blast from the past in Reign of the Seven Spellblades.
キンバリーで無事に卒業できる生徒は8割ほど。残り2割は魔に飲まれる。
The prestigious magic school Kimberly welcomes new students every spring. Complete with lavish parades to welcome aspiring upstarts, it's the perfect academy where nothing bad ever happens. Our protagonist, Oliver Horn, enters the bright gates of Kimberly and quickly gets acquainted with his new friends and a sword-wielding girl he takes a particular interest in. Sure, the curriculum may be rough at times, and so are the instructors, but it's nothing too out of the blue, right? However, things do seem amiss, and when night falls, there may be more to the Magic Academy than meets the eye. Dark secrets lie beyond its wall, waiting to be discovered by those daring ones. What awaits our two students in their foray into the abyss? A brainchild of the guy who brought us Alderaan in the Sky, Reign of the Seven Spellblades takes the Magic Academy premise that was popular in the 2010s and takes it through a surprisingly dark and heavy turn. Doing away with the usual overpowered protagonist shtick these shows tend to have, this title looks to give us a more cynical outlook at the genre, but it's surely a magical ride that seasoned anime fans can enjoy.
I might watch it. Oh, I might watch it, bro. Actually, it's not. I will watch it. You know what I'm saying? I will watch it.
Coming up next at number 9 is Helk.
人間の勇者だと。
人間が憎い人間滅ぼそう
With the defeat of the Demon King and the celebration of humanity, it's time to go back to the drawing board. There's nothing for the demons to do but to regroup, so they organised yet another tournament to determine who would inherit the title of Demon King. However, there's a bit of a wrinkle in the proceedings. Within the field of contenders, the one that's projected to win it all is none other than a human hero Helk, the same guy who defeated the previous Demon King. And it's not that he's lucky in the current tournament. The guy easily beats his demonic competition, all while proclaiming his hatred for humanity. Looking to set things into order before things get out of hand, Red Valkyrio seeks to uncover Helk's true intentions. Helk as a manga is a title that creates a great balance of serious and light-hearted. With the wacky premise comes a lot of comedic moments as we get to see the developing relationship between the over-the-top hero and tsundere demon. Their journey is a lot of fun to follow, and intertwined between those light-hearted moments are some surprisingly heavy content that really caught me off guard. It's a wacky show with a wacky set of characters, but it's something you won't regret watching even if you're a fan of the more serious shows. We proceed to the next entry, Dark Gathering.
Yeah, there's a lot of good anime this summer. Holy fuck. Whoa.
Being spiritually attuned has its major downsides. For the ghost-hating Getaro, it takes a drastic turn. Bad experiences and his knack for attracting spirits sets him on the path to becoming a shut-in, something that he's only now trying to overcome with the help of his childhood friend Eiko. One of his steps in his rehabilitation involves taking a job as a tutor. And as luck would have it, however, he finds himself tutoring Eiko's cousin Yayoi, someone who's just as spiritually attuned as he is. Yayoi, on the other hand, yearns to encounter spirits, and suddenly Getaro finds himself slowly drifting away from the job's original purpose and delving back into the world of spirits that he hated. The supernatural genre has had a resurgence in the past couple of years, it seems. You've got to thank Jujutsu Kaisen for that, and to a lesser extent, some new anime for old-time favorites like Bleach.
Bro, this anime that's that we made way before Jujutsu Kaisen that was talking about spirits, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kinda glazing them a little bit.
Always keeps you on your toes. It's got the creepy factor down, and it's looking to be one of the more promising hits this season.
これからやっていけるのか。
I remember an anime where that dude, like, his father, his grandfather, before his like, it was crazy anime, bro. There's like 3 seasons and shit. At night, he's just transforming into a better dude. A dude strong as fuck. But in the morning, he's just a normal human and shit.
If you think you've seen it all in
Need
the
to
world
remember
of
the name of
fighting
the anime.
well, you're not prepared for what Baki's got in store for you. The thing is wild and so over the top, and just when you think it's all over, the next part of Baki Hanma promises to one-up things even more. That's a lot to say about this show, considering it's got action
And that dude
scenes
stronger than his
really
father?
hard, and people throwing out insane feats like nothing. I mean, just check this out. How about seeing our protagonist go face to face with a million-year-old Neanderthal who's sure to give him a run for his money? And that isn't even the tip of the iceberg as to what's to come in Baki as a whole. If you're fond of some high-octane violence and over-the-top action, the type that can give JoJo a run for its money, there's no reason not to get started on Baki. And if you're caught up with it, why are you letting this next season pass you by?
Oh.
Now, before we move on to more exciting anime on the list, I'd like to take the time to thank today's sponsors, Captor Clash. Captor Clash is a thrilling mobile game that lets you experience action RPG goodness on the go. Next, and man, am I excited for this one.
Bucket list of the day. I saw the first episode. It was pretty good. But I was a little bit confused at first. But yeah, oh my gosh, she for the streets, bro.
These days often used to describe themselves, but for 24-year-old Akira, he embodied.
No, actually, maybe not actually. But I know there's something off about her when I saw her in the first play, in the first episode, bro. I was like, why everybody looks so down and she's the only one happy and everything, bro.
Well,
there was a reason for that.
Bears witness to his landlord eating another tenant. Turns out the entire city is teeming with zombies, and while it's not exactly the ideal situation for a person like Akira, it's the type of thrill that makes him feel even more alive than before. The race against Doomsday begins with him looking to finish up his bucket list of things to do. Zom 100 looks to be one of those niche hits, featuring a character relatable to a sizable chunk of the anime-consuming audience, and while setting that ought to keep us surprised. It's a good blend of comedy and flashiness to get people hooked on this insane ride, and it could very well be the hidden gem of the season.
Bucket list of the dead.
Bungo Stray Dogs returns, and it's here for its 5th season.
間もなく世界が裂ける。そしてその裂け目からどす黒い混沌が這い出してくる。
If you went back in time,
Bro, I'm waiting for Saitama, bro. Why is One Punch Man done? Why is it so long?
I would have been surprised, but 5 seasons in, and here we are with more of this seinen blockbuster that continues to captivate its
The manga
fans.
is still
Whether you're
going
someone who loves
forward,
him for the
but
intriguing setup and world, or just prefers its fights, if you like Bungo Stray Dogs in any capacity, then this 5th season ought to be on your radar. For the 5th season, which I personally think should have been called Season 4 Part 2, we continue with the Sky Casino arc, right where we were left with a cliffhanger the last time around. The best part of the arc is yet to come, so that ought to get you excited for the climax of this interesting storyline. Bungo Stray Dogs has been decently consistent with its quality, and you should expect all the same kind of anime goodness in this 5th season. Rurouni Kenshin is the next in line to make its big return.
Of course. That's the OG one.
Rurouni Kenshin has been one of the most influential titles in the 90s, and it's shown that in a big way, with a lot of supplementary material, live-action adaptations and such. The ride's not nearly over yet, however, as we're here in the year 2023 awaiting a remake that I honestly didn't see coming. It's true, however,
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Remade as an anime, looking to retell the story to new anime fans. There are many things that gave Rurouni Kenshin the reputation it has, ranging from great character writing, a great sense of stakes and tension, and some of the most iconic scenes that 90s kids still rave about today. The story of the Wandering Swordsman is a timeless tale, and there's no reason why the youth in the modern era wouldn't be able to appreciate one of the best examples of anime writing genius from back in the day. I am a fan, so I can't wait for this modernized take on the classic, but even if you've never heard of Rurouni Kenshin before, then just give it a try. If the anime team doesn't mess this up big time, it's going to be worth your time.
たとえ拙者の本性が人斬りだとしても拙者は二度と人斬りには戻らぬ。僕は頭がおかしい。
I'm messed up in
たまらない
here.
のだ。これよかったらどうでもいいな。
Yeah, bro, you lost me on that one, buddy.
Speaking of continuations of legacy series, Bleach looks to continue its role this summer.
恩師には死神を超えてもらう。
なんだって超えてやるさ。だからこそ。
To say that Bleach
Ain't that the one that came out recently? I mean, recently, a couple months ago.
It's by far far the biggest and most glorious recovery I've seen for a legacy series. Around a decade ago, it was quite a polarizing series with its fair share of criticism, but you wouldn't remember that time after watching Thousand Year Blood War and seeing the insane reception it got. The whole change in tone and cutting away filler really did wonders, and it helped that series like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen helped pave the way.
Bleach is OG, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
Ready for more, and Bleach,
I love that show.
Blood War makes its return this summer. The last part ended with some crazy revelations and a cliffhanger that kept everyone waiting. Expect to see even more intense fights in this season, with both Shinigami and Quincy about to release the big guns in their upcoming fights. We'll also get a battle that wasn't presented in the manga, so that's something to look forward to. Thousand Year Blood War has been excellent in supplementary content, and this new fight is something that really gets me hyped up.
I would say that.
Mushoku Tensei Season 2
said the same thing to Ichigo at first. Oh, this is not over yet, it's true. I already know what's gonna happen though.
Probably one of the most well-made isekai titles in the past few years. All eyes are on the second season of Mushoku Tensei. The first season made waves, showing a very balanced take on the genre, giving us everything the fans want, from the tropes to the excellent world building. Rudius's journey and adventures in the first season have been very captivating, so who's excited to see how things go when he
everything's in this anime, emotion,
new challenges, new dangers,
action,
in this next chapter, along with the return of who I feel was a very underrated character in the first season. There's a lot to be excited for in the second season of Mushoku Tensei, but I'll say that it's not exactly an anime you can appreciate completely without watching it from the start. So go and start watching the first season before the summer. Isekai has never been this well produced before. If you absolutely must watch an isekai, then make it count and go for Mushoku Tensei. Lastly, we finished strong with the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen has firmly established itself as one of the biggest shonen blockbusters of this generation. I've always said that it's done that on the heels of groundbreaking fight animation, a very strong cast of characters that feel relevant, and character dynamics that keep you surprised with every twist that gets pulled on us. We've spent the past season watching highlights of our main trio and especially Gojo, and we've been blessed with insane battles to remember. The best part of it all? We're not even at the exciting part yet.
Gojo is such a badass,
bro.
That's
second season
crazy,
takes
man.
us to the Shibuya arc, which for me is the peak of the series as of the time of this writing. The stakes have never been higher before, and in between the great fights are lots of moments that ought to get us hyped and sad. Prepare yourself for a whirlwind of emotions entering this season, and I'm not even sure all that preparation is going to be enough. I can't wait for the Shibuya arc, and I'm sure the die-hard Jujutsu Kaisen fans have it way worse than I do. Now, which one is your favorite amongst the shows listed? Do tell me.
Yo, you gotta be Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen, but I ain't gonna cap. Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen is the one I'm the most excited for, bro. Oh my gosh.